Lovely Geminis, this is Debs and this is your reading for mid-November 2025. Gemini, it's lovely to be with you. Thank you guys for being here. Now, Gems, in meditation, I saw a woman looking at a walnut. You know, she was just looking at this walnut and she was thinking it's going to be quite difficult to crack. Is it worth it? She then found herself going back in time. She'd faced challenges, obstacles. People had mistreated her. People hadn't understood her. People hadn't made the effort with her. She'd been on this sort of emotional roller coaster. Initially, she might have found those types of situations exciting, some of them thrilling, but they always left her feeling drained, disappointed, as if she'd gone through a wash cycle. Archangel Michael showed me a washing machine. I feel that, Gem, whoever you are, I could be connecting with the feminine for once, right? I feel, Gem, whoever you are, you may have come across someone new, who was a little bit of a mystery. You haven't got to know this person. You may have just met them, or you may be just about to meet them, Gem. But you may feel as if they're a closed book. They may seem very quiet. They may be rather unassuming. This isn't somebody, Gemini, that, I've got to be honest, you possibly look twice at in the street. But there's something about this person that's drawing you to them. And I think, Gem, it's something to do with the fact that this person is sat in a very peaceful energy. There's no drama about this person. They're very calm in their demeanor. You may even find, Gem, they're a little bit shy, but you're drawn to this person. This appeals to you because of what you've been through. So, Gem, let's get into this and see where it goes. Okay, guys, this is the Marchetti deck. If you'd like a personal reading, private reading, my website's down below. All the decks are listed and the link is there to join the channel. I keep seeing this woman looking at this walnut. I'm hearing a bit of a difficult nut to crack. Okay, you just haven't fathomed this person out yet. Let's just see. Let's just see what comes through. I'm sorry, I'm lost in this vision. This woman is mulling over. If I crack this nut, is there going to be anything in it? Right? Is there anything really to this person? Is it just going to take a little bit to bring them out of themselves? You don't know, Gem. But you're determined to find out. You're determined to find out. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know why I'm hearing heads or tails. Are you about to take a leap of faith? Gemini. The Empress. Okay. Gem, this is you. You may be ready to get married. You may have been looking for the longest time for your partner, for your life partner, the right person for you. Crossing that, Ace of Coins. Yes, I'm seeing this as a walnut. Have I struck gold, or is there nothing in there? You know, is this person just lacking personality in the nicest sense? Am I going to sit there thinking, wow, I feel really bad thinking this, but they're really boring. There's nothing to them. There's no sparkiness. Or again, is this a diamond in the rough? You don't know. You don't know. In the past, Gem, the Chariot, you shot forward. I'm hearing looking for the one, looking for your person. You may have traveled, you may have moved areas, Or you may have got entangled with someone who you realized was a little bit impulsive, a bit crazy. The Chariot can be victory and success, but things are flying off the back of the Chariot. You know, the Chariot's all over the place. You may have decided to let go of someone, Gemini, because there was simply too much drama. They were just simply all over the place. After that time, Four of Cups. They may have tried to apologize to you, Gemini. I don't think you were interested. I think you backed off and made it very clear, Gem, that you didn't want to revisit this. It was just too much. They were just too full on. You may also have realized, Gem, that you two are sort of heading in different directions. I'm now hearing the straight and narrow. It might have been difficult to keep this person on the straight and narrow. They could have been jumping into their shadow quite a lot, Gem. Yeah, you had enough. Okay, guys. In your thoughts now is the Fool. All right, you don't want to do anything too foolish. You don't, Gem. You're thinking, I took a leap of faith and a risk in the past, or several risks in the past. I don't want to do anything I'd regret. In the immediate future, Wheel of Destiny. The wheel is going to move you forward, Gem, and it's going to be in the direction of someone, this person, that you're going to be getting to know. You may feel the circumstances around how you meet pertain to the fact that this could be fate. In your fears, my Gem, the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, you're afraid of manifesting this person into your life in case you turn around and think, wow, that was a massive mistake. It's almost as if, Gem, you've been burned and you're just a bit nervous. Well, you know, I don't want to be dealing with somebody crazy who lives life on the edge, who causes me problems, who's all about the drama and lives in a chaotic manner. But I don't want to shift too far in the opposite direction and end up with somebody in the nicest sense who's got no spark, somebody who doesn't have anything to say, somebody who may just be an empty shell in the nicest sense. And I hate to say that. But Gem, you're not sure. Is there anything in there, right? You're wanting to get deep into this person's personality. You're wanting them to sort of come out of themselves. Because this is someone who's simply a closed book. Whoever this person is, Ace of Cups, is looking at you, Gemini, with a lot of interest. This is someone who feels they could fall in love with you very quickly. This is someone who's sitting in self-love. They may be a bit reserved, Gemini, because they've been hurt as you have. They've been through the mill too. You may have been strong enough to sort of push forward. Okay, I've been on this roller coaster, but let's keep going, keeping your faith in love. This might be the type of person who's been through so much, they have just withdrawn inside themselves out of fear. So they might have been very confident, very personable, life and soul of the party a few years ago, but because of what they've dealt with, coped with, they've sort of moved themselves into their own little world. In your hopes, Gem, 10 of Cups, yeah, very simply, you're hoping that this could be the person for you. And the outcome, oh, Gemini, Knight of Cups. Wow. Gemini, this is a demonstration of love. This is a lot of emotion between you two. I think you're just really unsure or you will feel very unsure because this is not the usual type of personality you go for. But I think this person's going to pleasantly surprise you. You're going to feel relaxed with this person. You're going to feel safe with this person. If you message them, they're going to message you right back. If they tell you they're going to meet you at a certain place, they turn up on time. They're very polite. They're very charming. Gem, this is someone who is totally different to the sort of people you've had to cope with, deal with in the past. You may have been a magnet for good-looking guys that could grace the cover of GQ, right? But they may always have been a letdown. Yes, very attractive, etc., but elusive, but hard to pin down. They may all have had a lot of other options. You may have always felt, Gemini, you sort of had to fight off the competition, or you always had to look your best to keep somebody interested. Gemini, you're going to drop the burden with this person. Not that they're not worth it. Of course they're worth it. They're more than worth it. But the whole point is you're not going to have to put in so much effort to just keep this person in your life. They're going to want to be in your life. They're not going to be interested in anyone else. I don't know, you could have got used to city guys and you meet this person and they're from a really small village. They've got old school values. They know how to treat a woman. They may enjoy courting you, and Gemini is going to take you by surprise. This is a sort of person who wouldn't even consider going on a dating site, or this is a sort of person who always hoped to meet, the sort of girl next door that they could build a beautiful life with, they could make memories with. This is not a Jack the Lad. This is not someone with women in every port. This is not someone who quietly goes on the internet, right? Or quietly flirts with other women. No. If a woman came onto this guy, he would be very honest and say, well, thank you very much for your interest, but I've got a girlfriend, or I'm engaged, or sorry, I'm married. Gemini, you may feel as if you have struck gold here. But Gem, they may not be, I don't know, tall, dark and handsome with a six-pack. Rather than driving a souped-up 4x4 wearing sunglasses, that type of energy, they might have a scooter. I don't know, Gem. But this is someone that you're realizing you don't want to let go of. Clarification for you. 6 of Swords. Yeah, Gemini, you have been through it. And you're feeling a bit fed up. This is you thinking, God, aren't there any decent guys out there? I mean, seriously. Do they all want to be indulged? I mean, Gem, you might have got fed up with meeting men who thought it was normal to cheat, thought it was normal to lie, thought it was normal to have 3 women on the go. You've had your fair share, Gem. And to be honest with you, you might have thought you're better off being single. But Gem, this is someone that you're going to find you're wanting to get to know. You're going to be really curious. Let's have a look at their energy. Yeah, okay, 7 of Wands. Gemini, initially, they're going to hold back. And this is you thinking, oh, great, thanks, Debs. Well, they are. They're going to hold back. They're viewing you as someone they want to get to know. But this is someone who's a bit nervous. They're slightly guarded. They may have got used to super strong women who chase them, or they may have found themselves in relationships with women who wanted to dominate, women who were, in the nicest sense, and I say this as a woman, right? Women who wanted to bully them, women who tried to push them up the altar, women who, you know, were more interested in how much money this guy earned. He's sick of it. He's had his fair share as well of women that he wasn't interested in. So this guy has learned to put up very strong boundaries. Nothing to do with you, Gemini. Nothing to do with you. He's just nervous because he doesn't know who you are. He's already a little bit on guard. But don't let that put you off. Okay? Yeah. 4 of Pentacles. Again, a bit of a holding back energy. Gemini, I'm going to be blunt with you. This is a guy who's not earning thousands. You know? But this is the quintessential nice guy who would never leave you, never cheat on you. This is the sort of guy who just wants to meet a woman he's attracted to with a kind heart, somebody that he can trust, somebody he can build with. I'm hearing he's not interested in flash and dazzle. Okay. So Gemini, this is a guy who possibly may be more into women who keep it natural, right? I think if he was approached by a super confident woman, very glamorous, short skirt, high heels, that sort of thing, I think he'd panic. Do you know what I mean? This is a sort of guy who's definitely looking for, you know, the girl next door type persona. And Gem, I think they're very, very interested in you. I mean, Gemini, you may be beautiful, you may be glamorous, but this is somebody who is going to go for your mind. And Gem, you are highly articulate, very intelligent. But if you're worried that, oh my goodness, you know, he's going to see me in the morning looking all disheveled, not a scrap of makeup, he would probably prefer you that way. Genuinely prefer you that way. I don't know where all this is coming from, but obviously this is the sort of person he is. Underneath the deck, my gems, 4 of Swords. Yeah. I mean, Gemini, I've got to be honest, I think you've had your fair share of disasters. 7 of Pentacles. Looking back, thinking, wow, you know, I can't believe that I thought that guy was going to be faithful, or I can't believe that I thought that person that I met was going to be the one for me. No way. So my gems, let's see where this goes. Now you are sat in the energy of the Empress. You are ready for marriage. You've learned all your lessons. You're strong. This is you, independent. You're going to meet this person. I keep hearing you may feel you've struck gold. This is you unearthing something amazing. But you're going to be looking at this. I'm seeing again this walnut. You may be looking at this person thinking they're very difficult to get to know because they may be very quiet. You may even feel as if they avoid deep conversations with you. It might throw you off, or maybe this person's just totally uninterested. I think they are very interested, or they will be when they meet you. But they have been through it, Gem. They've been through it. Okay, so Queen of Swords. Gemini, this is you. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking for an equal give and take relationship. Gemini. Yeah, you're looking for the person that's going to change your life. Oh, my gems. Oh, my gems. High Priestess. You know, when you meet this person, you know that you will suddenly feel that connection, right? 3 of Coins. And you're going to feel as if this will be somebody worth putting effort into getting to know. Gem, you're wanting somebody who is going to collaborate with you. Somebody who is, I'm hearing, just going to be open and honest with you. Okay. All right. 8 of Cups. So, Gems, in the past, you walked away from someone. You may have had good reason. Yeah. Yeah, you had to walk away from somebody from the past, or they just left you, Gem. It was difficult, yeah. Okay, 7 of Cups. You may have felt really confused. Or, Gem, you may have had a lot of options, but you walked away from all of them because you realised that these weren't the type of people that you really wanted to settle with. Whether or not this represents just people that you've dated over the last few years, Gem, or whether or not this was one particular person, someone came back to apologise. But Gemini, I don't think you were interested. I don't think you were interested. Yeah. 5 of Coins, 5 of Pentacles, because they left you out in the cold. Right? Wow. They might have juggled you with somebody else. Yeah. Could have been a Leo, and I love my Leos, but could have been a Leo. You held back, Gem. You held back. Yeah. Because this person sabotaged the relationship. It's as if the trust just evaporated. It just wasn't there. Okay. So, Gem, what you're thinking about now is this person. You've either just met them as an acquaintance, maybe, or this is someone that you're destined to meet. Let's have a look at the Fool. This is you giving yourself a sort of pep talk. I don't want to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to do anything foolish. I'm not going to jump into this. Let's just see, right? Yeah. You don't want to move too fast too soon on this, Gem, because you don't want this to burn out. You may hold back, Gemini, from being intimate with this person until you've had quite a few dates. You know, in the nicest sense, you may, almost want to go back to sort of the 1950s. Let's just see if this person's happy to court me. I don't know. I'm just getting that energy, Gem. You're making me smile. The World. Yeah, I mean, Ace of Wands, the World. There is no way that you're going to be put in a situation where, in the nicest sense, you give in too soon. And none of this, okay, it's the 3rd date, we're going to get a physical. No, because if you've just met somebody 3 times, are you really ready to sleep with them? I mean, I don't know where the whole sort of, oh yes, it's the 3rd date, we get it on now. No, I mean, I personally don't agree with that because everyone's different, but you're going to get to know this person quite well, Gem, I think, before you're intimate. Yeah. Because you may have given in too soon, Gems, before, thinking, oh, they're the one, or I don't want this person to think I'm not interested in them physically. You're looking at the past thinking, yeah, okay, I've learnt my lessons from the past. I'm going to hold right back, even to the point, Gem, where you may worry that this person may feel you're not interested because you want to know, are they the sort of person that will wait until you feel really comfortable to be intimate with them? Yeah, Gem. You're teaching them to respect you, respect your boundaries, respect you as a person. And also, Gem, you kind of want them to fall in love with you before you actually hit the sack, is what I'm getting here. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm talking as if it is the 1950s, but we're on YouTube, right? So, yeah, they have all these guidelines, but you know what I'm getting at here. In the immediate future, Gems, we have the Wheel of Destiny. You may feel that it was destiny that the two of you met. There may be something about how you two meet that seems serendipitous. This person sat in the Ace of Cups. They are looking for love. but they're also sat in self-love. They won't be pressured, cajoled. This is somebody who might have had to push women away. This is somebody who doesn't do well with very, very strong women. They may even scare him, you know? I think this is somebody who's looking for a really kind woman that he can have a decent conversation with, that of course there's attraction with, but someone who is going to be very happy, I'm hearing, just to gently give him the reins. Yes, okay, darling, if you want to do that, that's great. Let's do that. Not somebody who's going to be all about themselves. And Gemini, you seem to fit the bill for this person. They are going to be a bit guarded. They will hold back. They may be sitting in a bit of nervous energy. This isn't somebody who's going to flash the cash because they may not have a great deal, Gem. But I'm getting that this is the sort of quintessential nice guy, you know? All right. Archangel Michael, when do we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups for my Geminis? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing the end of December to the 3rd or 4th of Jan. All right, you may meet this person at an event, at a party. You could even meet this person if you're out doing some early Christmas shopping. You could meet this person over New Year. Let's have a look at how this person's going to feel when they meet you, or if you've just met, what do they think about you, right? They're in their head about you. They're in their head. They're as curious about you, Gemini, as you are curious about them. Queen of Wands. They do find you very sexy, very attractive. You could have fire in your chart, cards are flying. You could have Aries, Leo, Sag as a moon, rising, or Venus. But they do want to start off, Gemini, as friends. But I don't know. I actually think that you're going to be happy with that because you're going to know, Gemini, the chemistry is there. The spark is there. You're going to know. So it's not as if you're thinking, oh my goodness, this person doesn't find me attractive. You know they do. But this is someone who's very happy, Gemini, to take it incredibly slowly. Let's just ask why. Okay, yeah, simply because they're a little bit nervous. They're a bit nervous, Gem. They're sitting in a bit of fear. Cancerian energy. Okay, all right. Now, Gems. They want to make sure that you're totally single. I'm pretty sure you are. But I have to ask, because we do have the Empress, if you are still married, they may not be as receptive as you would want them to be. They would prefer you to be fully divorced. You may just be separated from someone. It might be, Gem, that they're a bit nervous that you're going to very shortly start talking about getting serious, you know. This is them nervous that after 3 or 4 months of dating, you're going to start talking about, oh, well, you know, you wanting to get married, you wanting to have kids. They're a little bit gun shy. Again, this person really wants to get to know you at a deep level before they even consider taking this to the next level. You're looking at a slow burn, Gem. You're looking at a slow burn. But they will fall in love with you. Wow. 2 of Cups. They will fall in love with you. And they may feel, Gemini, that their ships may come in with you. This is someone who sees you in their future. This is someone also who's happy to sacrifice to make this work. So Gemini, if this is someone who lives at any type of distance, what they're thinking about is, this is a sort of woman who I'd be very happy to sacrifice for so that this moves forward and becomes really serious later on. I would be happy to move hell and high water to be with this woman. Okay. What are you thinking about, my gems? This is kind of beautiful, people. 9 of Wands. You're a little bit weary. Because, Gem, even though you may feel it's destiny that the two of you have met, with the 9 of Wands, you may worry that this person is just, I'm hearing, going to be like all the rest. They're just going to be like all the rest. You're worried that it's going to end in a tower moment. Oh, Gemini, I think you've just been through such a difficult time. What is your energy, guys? Okay. So, Gem, whether or not you're married but separated, or whether or not you never married at all, you're just sat in Empress energy, you class yourself as single. Okay. Independent. Beautiful. How are you viewing this person, my gems? The Hangman. Could be a Pisces. I don't know. Gemini, you're seeing this person differently, or they're very different than the type of men that you normally would have dated. 6 of Wands. Gemini, you feel that this has a real chance of moving into a serious commitment. What is the energy between you two? Ace of Swords. Gems, I think you both know the truth at this stage. I think what you're both recognizing is you've met the one. This guy feels that you're the sort of person they've been looking for. You're viewing this person as a little bit of an enigma, very different than the usual type of guys that you date, but there's something about this person. You feel safe, you feel relaxed, you feel as if you can be yourself. You feel as if this is somebody who's not going to put pressure on you. You feel as if you can trust them. It's going to flow naturally as well. I mean, that is when you know that a relationship is really going to work, right? When both people put in the equal amount of effort, it's nice and easy and it just moves forward. And Gemini, this is how you're going to be feeling about this person. Now, what you're hoping for, obviously, is a 10 of Cups. And the final card, Gemini, is you two falling in love with each other. 9 of Cups. I mean, this can be the moment where you say, I love you. Could be. So, Gem, let's have a look at the Knight of Cups. Knight of Coins. This guy could be an earth sign for some of you. What you're recognizing is, Gemini, you're very happy to take it slowly, because what you're realizing is this guy isn't going anywhere. He just wants to take his time. He could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and they like to take their time, okay? So you may need to be a bit patient. The Hermit, okay, could be a Virgo, I don't know. But with the energy of the Hermit, you're doing some soul searching. You're recognizing that this could be the guy for you. Yes. This could be the guy for you. This could be the guy you end up building the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles with. Gemini, you're recognizing that this guy could be the one who's just going to, I'm hearing, make you incredibly happy. But you are going to have to be patient, is what I'm hearing from Archangel Michael. You're going to have to be patient, Gem. If you start trying to make him jealous or trying to steer the conversation towards living together before he's ready, he may back off. This is a guy who will not be pressurized, okay, at all. You're going to have to let him gently take the reins, move this at his pace. He is going to take on board exactly what you want, Gemini. He will want to make you happy. But this is a guy who's been burned, and this is a guy who I think has had a lot of pressure put on him from other women, and he wants to take his time. I'm really getting that, guys. So be prepared. Be prepared, but the Sun. I mean, this is you two recognizing that you make each other very happy. Yes, Gemini, cards are flying, Temperance. He could be a Sag. You could have Sag in your chart. Archangel Michael's basically saying, this is his energy. What he's basically saying is take your time, Gemini. Sit in a temperate energy. There's no rush. Get to know this guy at a really deep level. He's going to want to get to know you. We could be looking at several months, dating several months, if not a couple of years, before he talks to you about moving in together. Okay, just be prepared. But this could be the one you end up with, Gem, you know? The Star. Aquarian energy. Look at the bigger picture. Archangel Michael's saying, look at the bigger picture, Gemini. Don't think to yourself, okay, well, if he hasn't talked to me about getting serious in 6 months, I'm ending it. It's not worth my time. It's a waste of time. No, Gemini, hang on in there. It's going to be worth it. Where is this going to go for my Geminis? Okay, Gem, he could well be an earth sign. He's going to commit to you. And this will lead to a dream come true. And this will lead, Gem, to a dream come true. 4 of Wands. Gemini, this could be the guy that you marry. Could be the guy that you marry. Okay. Wow. So Gemini, I am leaving the reading there. A beautiful, beautiful reading. I hope this resonates. Do let me know. Drop me a comment. Take care of you guys, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.